Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're diving into KULR Technology Group.
Oh, yeah.
You familiar with them at all?
I am. Yeah, they're an interesting company.
Yeah, they're making waves in thermal management.
For sure. For sure.
Keeping things cool, huh?
Yeah. Especially batteries, like all these powerful batteries.
Everywhere, right?
Everywhere you look. Yeah, from electric vehicles.
To aerospace.
Yeah.
My phone's getting hot just thinking about it.
And that's exactly their niche, right?
What really got me, though,
Okay.
is they started with NASA,
Oh, wow.
developing cooling solutions for NASA.
Talk about high stakes.
That's mission critical, right?
Absolutely. If your tech can handle space, it can probably handle anything.
Yeah.
And they've definitely taken that expertise and run with it.
Run with it.
Expanded beyond aerospace.
Okay.
Now they're aiming to be like the go-to solution for battery safety and performance.
Across the board.
Across a whole range of sectors. Yeah, everything from electric vehicles and defense to consumer electronics.
So they're taking mission critical to like a whole new level.
Absolutely.
So how does space age tech translate into a business model?
Yeah, how are they making money?
Yeah, how are they actually making money?
Well, they've got a pretty diverse approach. They have direct product sales, of course, like their thermal runaway shield.
Yeah.
That's designed to prevent battery fires in EVs.
Oh, smart.
Which is a huge concern.
Huge, yeah, as EVs become more popular.
Exactly. But they're not just selling products.
Okay.
They're also securing licensing agreements and landing government contracts.
Wow.
They even have a multi-million-dollar licensing agreement.
For what?
For carbon fiber cathode application.
Okay.
In Japanese nuclear reactors.
Whoa.
Yeah, talk about thinking outside the box.
That's outside this world.
And maybe a little outside this world.
No, that's what I call diversification.
Right.
They're not just focused on gadgets.
Yeah.
They're addressing some of the biggest energy challenges we face.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a company is only as good as its leadership, right?
For sure.
So who are the masterminds behind KULR?
Well, they've got a leadership team with some serious experience.
Okay.
Michael Moe, the CEO, he's got over 20 years in tech management. Dr. William Walker, the CTO. He has a really extensive background in thermal electrochemical testing and analysis of lithium-ion batteries.
Got it.
And then Sean Cantor, the CFO.
Okay.
He brings over 25 years of experience in finance.
Okay.
And M&A.
So we've got a seasoned leadership team.
Yeah.
Diverse business model. Really interesting backstory.
That's a cool company.
But let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
Are they financially sound?
Well, like a lot of companies in emerging markets, KULR financials are a mixed bag.
Okay.
Their revenue growth over the past 3 years has been impressive, averaging like 73.56%.
Right, so they're gaining traction.
Yeah, they're tapping into a growing demand for their solutions.
That kind of growth gets investor attention.
For sure.
So what's the downside?
Well, the challenge is the bottom line.
Right.
They're still reporting net losses.
Okay.
And they're grappling with a high debt-to-equity ratio.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, their profit margin is currently negative.
Okay.
Which raises some concerns.
Yeah, about their financial stability.
Exactly.
So they've got the momentum, but they need to prove they can turn that growth into profit.
Exactly. And this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
KULR recently made a move that raised some eyebrows.
Okay.
They expanded their Bitcoin holdings.
Ooh. Wait, Bitcoin?
Yeah.
What does a thermal management company need with cryptocurrency?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to fit at all.
A lot of people are asking that.
Is this a savvy investment strategy?
Right.
Or a desperate attempt to, like, boost their financials?
It's hard to say for sure.
I'm intrigued and perplexed.
Yeah, it's a question a lot of people are asking.
Before we get into the Bitcoin enigma, let's shift gears and explore what the market thinks about KULR.
Sure.
Are analysts buying into their story?
Yeah.
Or are they hitting the sell button?
Good question.
We'll tackle that and much more when we come back.
Sounds good. So Wall Street, they've got KULR at a moderate buy.
Okay.
With an average price target of $5.
Which is
more than double the current price.
124% potential upside.
Yeah, pretty eye-catching.
That is eye-catching.
Yeah.
But I imagine there's a range of opinions.
Oh, for sure.
Are analysts universally bullish, or are there some skeptics?
It's not a monolithic view.
Okay.
You've got some analysts like Michael Legg at Benchmark.
Okay.
He's optimistic, rating KULR a buy $5 price target.
Good.
Then you've got others like Theodore O'Neill from Litchfield.
Okay.
Even more bullish buy, rating $7.35 price target.
So there's a camp that sees big potential for growth.
Definitely.
But what about the other side? Are there analysts who are...
Right. Yeah, there are definitely some reservations.
That though.
You know, the recent stock decline, concerns about their financial health. That makes some investors hesitant.
Understandably.
And then there's the volatility of KULR stock. It's prone to big swings, sometimes unrelated to their actual performance.
Sounds like a roller coaster.
Yeah, a bit of a roller coaster.
High rewards, but big risks.
For sure.
This is where I think insider ownership is important.
Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned the CEO has a sizable stake.
He does, yeah.
What does that tell us?
Well, you know, when you see a CEO like Michael Moe holding over 10%
of the shares,
it usually means they believe in the company's future.
They're putting their money where their mouth is.
Exactly.
That's reassuring.
It is.
For potential investors.
Yeah.
It's one thing to talk up your company.
Right.
But it's another to be personally invested.
Absolutely.
But we have to acknowledge the other side of that.
Okay.
The number of outstanding shares has increased 164%.
In the past 5 years, that's right.
That brings us to dilution.
Exactly. When a company issues more shares, it can decrease the value of existing shares.
So even if the CEO is holding a big chunk,
the
pie is getting bigger.
The pie is getting bigger, yeah.
Diluting the value.
Potentially, yeah.
It's a balancing act.
It is a complex equation.
Investors need to analyze carefully.
Absolutely.
To see where KULR stands and where they might be headed.
Yeah, we need to look at their SWOT analysis.
Okay, let's break it down.
All right.
What are KULR's strengths?
Well, their core strength is their expertise in battery safety.
Which is only becoming more crucial.
Huge, yeah.
They've also built a strong IP portfolio.
They have patents, pending patents.
Protecting their innovations?
Yeah, and they've got those strategic partnerships like
right.
NASA, the Department of Defense.
So they're not playing in the minor leagues.
No, they're not.
They've got the knowledge, the protection, the connections.
Absolutely.
To compete globally. Yeah. But even with those strengths, I imagine there are hurdles.
There are.
What are KULR's weaknesses?
So, as we said, they're limited revenue. And the financial challenges are a concern.
The debt-to-equity ratio and profit margin.
Right. Those are red flags for some investors.
And they've got a concentration risk.
Yes, with a lot of their customers.
Tied to
government and aerospace.
So fluctuations in spending
could really hurt them.
Or downturns in those industries.
Exactly.
It's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Partnerships provide stability and open doors. But they also create dependencies.
Yeah, and their market penetration beyond those sectors still pretty limited.
So they've got a niche, but
they're working on.
They're working on breaking into the mainstream.
Exactly.
Okay, we've covered strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Let's talk opportunities.
Okay.
Where's the potential for growth?
Well, the EV market is exploding.
Huge.
And KULR is in a great position
to ride that wave.
Yeah, their focus on battery safety is a big selling point.
For EV manufacturers.
Especially with all the news about EV battery fires.
Yeah, safety is top of mind.
Absolutely.
For consumers and manufacturers.
For sure.
And expanding in consumer electronics.
That's another huge opportunity.
Smartphones, laptops,
tablets.
All those devices rely on batteries.
That need to be safe.
And reliable.
So they're at the intersection of some powerful trends.
Yeah, the rise of EVs.
The growth of mobile devices.
And the focus on battery safety.
But even with those tailwinds,
there
must be some headwinds.
There are.
What are the threats?
Well, this is a fast-paced industry.
Yeah.
So there's always the threat of obsolescence.
Right. What's cutting edge today?
It's outdated tomorrow.
And they're not alone.
No competition is fierce.
Established companies and startups.
All vying for market share.
KULR needs to differentiate themselves.
They do.
Prove their tech is superior.
Absolutely.
What else?
Supply chain disruptions are a concern.
They need reliable sources for their materials.
Right.
And then there's always the possibility of regulation changes.
Oh, yeah, for battery safety.
Which could create headaches and costs.
They need to be adaptable.
For sure.
So a lot to consider for a KULR and for potential investors.
It's tightrope.
They've got tremendous potential, but also big risks.
Yeah. A lot of challenges to overcome.
So we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
KULR's journey from NASA to revolutionizing battery safety.
Across multiple industries.
It's been fascinating.
It has.
Unpacking their business model, their leadership, their finance.
It's a Bitcoin play.
Yeah.
That was a surprise.
It was a curveball for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the main takeaway is that KULR is in a market with huge growth potential.
Absolutely. The demand for battery safety, thermal management
is only going to grow
as EVs, renewable energy consumer electronics,
become even more important.
Yeah, it's all about batteries these days.
It's all about the batteries.
Right.
They seem to be in the right place at the right time.
For sure.
But they've got challenges.
They do.
What's the biggest hurdle for QLR?
Well, I think it comes down to the financials.
Yeah.
Can they turn that revenue growth into actual profit?
Sustainable profit.
Sustainable profitability, exactly.
Prove they can manage that debt.
Yeah, improve their margins.
Create long-term value.
And of course, there's the Bitcoin thing.
The Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Is it going to help or hurt?
It's the big question mark.
They're juggling a lot of experiments.
They are. It's a high-wire act.
While competing in a tough landscape.
It's not easy.
Do you think they're up to the challenge?
You know they have a lot going for them.
Okay.
Strong leadership, innovative tech, key partnerships, a growing market. But they need to execute and adapt.
This deep dive has been eye-opening.
It has.
I feel like I understand QLR.
Yeah.
Their potential and the risks.
It's a complex picture.
It is. What's your final takeaway?
For our listeners.
Yeah, for someone thinking about investing in KULR.
KULR is a fascinating company at the cutting edge of a crucial industry.
Battery safety.
Right, and that aligns perfectly with the growth of EVs.
And all the battery-powered devices.
Exactly, but like any investment, you gotta weigh the potential rewards
against the financials need to catch up
to their vision.
And they need to navigate that competition.
Absolutely.
Well said. If anyone wants to learn more about KULR, all of the sources are in the episode description.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, let us know your thoughts.
In the comments.
And any other stock suggestions you have?
We analyze a new company every week.
So subscribe
to the Stock Analytics AI YouTube channel.
So you don't miss out.
And remember,
this is just for information.
Not financial advice.
Investing always involves risk.
Do your own research
before making any decisions.
The information here is based on data.
And it can change.
We are not responsible for any investment decisions.
Yes, based on this episode.
Thanks for joining us
on this deep dive
into KULR Technology Group.
Until next time.
Happy investing.